So guys, today back with another video on the channel. Today we're here after Newcastle United versus Southampton preview, a massive game on Sunday. Hopefully Newcastle United can keep the run going. But before I start off the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot if you could do so. Video done really well on the weekend. I'm keep smashing them up before the World Cup comes out, and I want to quickly say I've got something lined up for the channel, hopefully, for when the World Cup's on. So the content's not going to be dead, don't worry about that. Anyways, let's get in the preview now. We'll start off by looking at Southampton, then look at Newcastle, series prediction, and then we'll end it off there and get ready for the predicted team tomorrow. Anyways, let's get in the video now, boys. So then, Southampton, it's a tough place to go, St Mary's Stadium. We've not done the best over the years. Obviously, we were there. We won 2-1, sorry, with a Bruno and Chris Wood goals, but over the years, I think before that game, the last time we won it, the St Mary's Stadium, was back in 2005, where I think Stephen Carr scored for Newcastle. Like, it took 17 years to win a St Mary's Stadium. It was a long, tough run, but we've done it out last time, beating many records since the takeover has happened, but we kind of underestimate Southampton, and they've got a good set of players. But let's have a look how they do this season. So at the minute, they are sitting 17th in the Premier League table, which I actually didn't know that before recording the video. They're on the same points as Villa with the exact same goal difference, and we've just beat Villa 4-0. But yet again, football's a funny old game. You've got to take it game by game, and you can't just rush. You really can't. They could be in the relegation zone if Wolves and Leicester win and then Southampton get beat. They could be 19th in the league. So they'll want to win this game against Newcastle, but as how we are flying, it will be really tough for them. I think a lot of people had Southampton to get relegated at the start of the season. I didn't do a Premier League prediction, so I couldn't tell you what I thought they would finish, but they have got some good players. They signed some really good players. So one player I'm a massive fan of is the former Rangers player, Aribo. Done really well in that Europa League final. He's scored a couple of goals already this season, but as of recently he's not done that much. They signed that Car from Marseille, canny little player, but they've got a lot of young players in that team, and it's a massive transition phase for Southampton. Like, you look at Diallo and then Salisu, the centre back. You've got the goalkeeper, Bazonu. Well, I've said that completely wrong, but like 20 years old, starting every week as a Premier League keeper. He's the same age as me, and he's playing every game as a Premier League goalkeeper. You look at their bench, they've got Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who's a good player, Gineppo, but like, they're just missing that player. They've got James Ward-Prowse, who's a brilliant player, but he's not at that level where he's going to get Southampton top 12. Definitely not. They are in a relegation scrap this season. I think Ralph Hasenhüttl will get put under a lot of pressure throughout the season, most definitely. But if we look at their form as of recently, they got that 1-1 draw against Arsenal. Obviously they top the league, flying out at the minute, but last week got beat against Crystal Palace. They beat Bournemouth away with a Che Adams goal, but they're just missing that someone. Like, over the years I've had Adam Lallana and then Dusan Tadic and then obviously Sadio Mane, Victor Wanyama, and they've always had that one player that stands out in their team, and at the minute it's just Ward-Prowse. Like, for me, they look struggling for goals. That's one thing about Southampton. They're struggling to score goals, and that's the thing. Like, the top goal scorer this season is Che Adams with 3 goals, Aribo with 2, then Adam Armstrong with 1. Like, they've got to be doing better. 11 goals this season. It's not looking the best, to be fair. Their home form, they've only lost 2 at home, they've won 1 and drew 3. It's going to be a tough run for Southampton. They went on that little bit of a run where they won a couple of games, I swear. Where they beat Leicester at the start of the season, I remember. They obviously beat Chelsea, which was a massive win, but they're just, for me, Southampton are just missing that player. That player to stand out in their team and go, I'm going to be the player that's going to score goals, create. For me, they need that like central attacking midfielder that's going to play in the pocket and just play around all them players. That's what they are missing. But they are in a massive transition phase. They signed a lot of young players. Some of them aren't even playing for the first team and stuff. So I was a bit funny with Southampton when they were making these summer signings. In the deadline, they obviously got that Car, made some good signings, but overall it was just, they needed that player. but they're just missing it. Southampton will be under a lot of pressure, but we'll have to wait and see how they do for the rest of the season. But let's speak about Newcastle. So then obviously Newcastle, honestly, how good do we look recently? Like, honest to God, I'm not scared of playing any team at the minute. I'm really not. Arsenal and City are the only teams where I'd be a bit like, right, how are you? Gotta be 110%. At the minute, we are smashing teams, like absolutely battering teams. I can't remember the last time where we've won 4-1, 5-1, 4-0, beat Spurs. What a month we had, but this is coming up to, this is our final away game of the year until Boxing Day. It's going to be a tough one, as we all know, but it'll be nice to end off our away day journey before the World Cup with a win. But at the minute we are smashing teams, and the way Southampton are playing at the minute, just got beat to Crystal Palace. You would expect Newcastle to win. The odds for Newcastle to win are got to be high, surely. But in that game versus Villa, they just try to frustrate us as much as possible, and that was the thing that it was getting to a little bit. I see Bruno getting really frustrated. Willock was throwing his hands in the air. Joelint was doing the same, and it was working for them until they gave away a penalty. And when we went 1-0 up at St James's Park, the fortress it has been in 2022. No team was going to come back there, especially Aston Villa under a caretaker coach. It was never going to be for them. It was just frustrating, where it only lasted for so long that Emi Martinez go down twice, Brent Diaz was down for a long time, that 10 minutes added on. If they didn't time waste on that, we wouldn't have got that penalty, because the penalty was given in like the 6 minute of added time, I think it was. They wouldn't have, if they didn't time waste or whatever with the injuries or whatever happened, right, doesn't really matter. It didn't work for them. They got punished, and we proved and showed our quality. We've had a lot of time to prepare for this game. Obviously we've had an extra day with the game being on Sunday. We played last Saturday. Looking good in training. Maxie's back, and that's a big one, right? Maximin could be back in the starting 11. We're missing a player from the squad as well due to suspension. If you don't know who that is, you can do your research, but wait and see for the predicted team tomorrow. But it is going to be an interesting one. Will Maximin start? I feel like it'll be a tough one to judge, depending on how much time he's had in training. Well, he's in full training now. That's a good thing. Like the club are posting training photos of him, which is brilliant news. But it'll be a tough match for Newcastle United. We never do well at the St Mary's Stadium. Obviously, last time, as I mentioned, we won. But over the years, we've always had like a draw, a 0-0 or whatever. Actually, thinking of that, we won 1-0 there last time. Just the game before COVID, back in March, where Maximin scored. What am I thinking, man? I forgot about that match, but think of it, Max, he does live a goal against Southampton. He's always played well against. I don't want to jinx it. Imagine how Max, he'd start and score. Obviously, if you've seen the video yesterday, I spoke about Miggy, player of the month situation. I hope he does get it. He's been phenomenal. Obviously scored again, 6 goals and 6. He's going to make it 7 and 7. I bloody hope so. It'll be absolutely class. Imagine that, man. He's already scored 7 goals this season. If he got 8 goals in this season, it would be incredible. It actually would be like so insane. But if I've got to say a prediction, obviously we've still got the best defence in the league. Do I give myself a clean? You know what, I'm going to go the same score as last time. I'm going to go Southampton 1, Newcastle 2. I feel that'll be quite a similar game. I think Southampton are always going to be in that game, but if we go ahead with it, it's only going to go one way. Eddie Howe's men are going to get them 3 points, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. That's the end of the preview, boys. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would be a lot if you could do so. Predict a team out tomorrow, and then obviously the game on Sunday. Hopefully Newcastle United can pick up them 3 points again. Hopefully we do, just before the World Cup break. Anyone travelling out to the St Mary's Stadium, have a safe travel. Anyways, see you in the next one, boys. Have a good one, and up the mags.